To truly live, you must know how to survive, because it won't always be easy. Today, I want to share my little secret. 8 objects that can be found anywhere, and that will also make us return to being children, because they commonly live in the attics of our houses and hold precious memories. Number 8. Vintage seed tins and heirloom seeds. Vintage seed tins from 1920 to 1960 sell for $15 to $50 as collectibles. Their nostalgic graphics make people frame them, but if they contain heirloom seeds, non-hybrid varieties that reproduce faithfully, they're worth much more. Demand exploded between 2020 and 2024. Someone paid $500 for 25 seeds of an almost extinct European squash variety. Modern hybrid seeds fail after 1 generation intentionally, so that you keep buying every year. Heirloom seeds give you seeds forever. In a collapse, when companies close, hybrids die in 1 season, heirlooms produce indefinitely. It's the difference between 1 year of food and generational food security. Who's buying? Homesteaders building seed banks, preppers creating food independence, gardeners who want rare varieties. These aren't casual hobby gardeners. These are people building systems that work when everything else fails. Number 7. Antique jars with glass lids. The old ball mason, Kerr or Atlas jars with glass lids and wire closures are a separate category. Rare versions are worth $50 to $150 per jar. They're reusable indefinitely, don't filter chemicals and are built like tanks. Modern canning depends on buying new metal lids every year. Those lids completely disappeared in 2020. The old jars with glass lids eliminate that dependency. The rubber gaskets are reused multiple times, and when they wear out, you cut new ones from rubber sheets or bicycle inner tubes. These jars turn food preservation from a supply chain dependent activity into something you control completely. Number 6. Books and manuals out of print. People assume that books have no value because everything is digital. Wrong. Practical instructional books about canning, agriculture, carpentry, mechanics, and survival are treasures. Publishers stopped printing them decades ago. Digital versions live on Amazon servers, blocked behind Kindle accounts that require electricity and internet. If Amazon deletes a book, it's gone. Physical books are different. You own the knowledge. Nobody can revoke it. Old editions of Putting Food By, Foxfire series, or Carla Emery's Encyclopedia of Country Living are worth $30 to $200. When Venezuela collapsed, whoever had practical knowledge books had teachable skills. Whoever depended on Google had nothing. The information density in a good manual, decades of accumulated knowledge, tested techniques, detailed illustrations can't be replicated by searching online. Number 5. Mechanical and wind-up watches. Mechanical watches are resurging, not for fashion, but for functionality without batteries. A vintage wind-up alarm clock is worth $20 to $80. Mechanical wristwatches, especially Swiss or American brands like Hamilton, Bulova, Elgin or Waltham, go for $100 to $500 according to condition and rarity. During the German Weimar hyperinflation, people exchanged watches for food. Watches maintained value when currency didn't. They're completely independent systems, without batteries, without electronics, without dependencies. A quality mechanical watch works for decades with basic maintenance. Smartwatches become trash after 3 years. In a long-term grid-down scenario, timekeeping becomes critical for coordination, scheduling work, and maintaining routine. A wind-up watch keeps working when everything electronic is dead weight. Number 4. Manual production machines and specialized tools. Manual seeders, sickles, hand cultivators, scythes. They weren't hobby equipment, but survival technology built when planned obsolescence didn't exist. Hand crank grain mills are worth $200 to $400. They convert stored wheat into fresh flour indefinitely. Wheat lasts more than 30 years, flour goes rancid in months. That's the difference between long-term food security and short-term supplies. Cast iron meat grinders go for $40 to $150. Post hole diggers sell for $40 to $100. You need them for fencing, and fencing matters when you're trying to protect a garden or livestock. Old tools were forged, not stamped. Thicker metal, real welds, hardwood handles now illegal to harvest. Modern tools are designed to break, so you buy replacements. Old tools were designed to pass down to your grandchildren. Number 3. Hand crank kitchen tools. They were standard equipment until the 60s. They disappeared when electric appliances took control. Now they're returning because people understand that electric appliances are single points of failure. Meat grinders, rotary egg beaters, coffee mills from the early 1900s, spiral apple peelers. They work indefinitely without electricity. A grinder from 1920 still grinds meat in 2026. An electric one from 2020 is already in the landfill. Coffee mills produce consistent grounds, and preppers love them because coffee matters during stressful times. Ask anyone who lived through the siege of Sarajevo. Coffee became incredibly valuable as a morale item. Number 2. Silver flatware sets. Real silver was standard in middle-class homes from 1920 to 1960. Then it went out of fashion. Sterling silver flatware is worth $22 to $30 per ounce. A complete set contains 30 to 60 ounces, $600 to $1,800 only in melting value. Complete services for 12 in desirable patterns are worth $1,500 to $3,000. Silver has been money for 5,000 years in all civilizations. It's universally valued, easily divided, and holds worth regardless of what any government says. During the Argentine collapse of 2001, people exchanged silver for food and fuel when pesos became useless. Flatware is unique. It stores wealth while you use it to eat. It's also small enough to trade in increments. You can't trade half a gold bar, but you can trade a silver spoon. Number 1. Antique cast iron cookware. Griswold, Wagner, Lodge Vintage. These names mean something. A Griswold No. 8 skillet is worth $100 to $300. Rare pieces go for $500 more. Vintage cast iron is lighter, smoother, works better. Chefs know this, so do preppers. It works on any heat source: gas stove, electric range, wood fire, grill, campfire, even buried directly in coals. It lasts centuries. It cooks bread, stew, eggs, meat, cakes. One skillet and a Dutch oven cover 90% of needs without specialized equipment. During the Depression, cast iron kept families fed because it didn't require replacement parts or special care and worked with whatever heat source was available. How to evaluate what you have? Ask 3 things. Does it work without electricity or fuel? Is it made of durable materials that modern versions don't have? Is it rare, discontinued, or difficult to replace? If it checks 2 boxes, research it. If it checks all 3, you probably have something valuable. The next collapse isn't a question of if, but of when. Your grandparents kept things that worked. They valued durability over convenience. Those dusty objects now seem very intelligent. Start searching. You could be sitting on more wealth than you imagine.